Hello everyone, my name is KT Lowe and this is the very first video of the series entitled The Public Librarian. I am indeed a librarian, and since this video is meant for the public, that's where the name comes from. Anyway, this series is going to discuss media literacy and information literacy concepts as they come along. So the first one we're going to look at is one on confirmation bias and AI-generated video. So this came from an AI-generated video that came up on a social media feed of mine. And I want to make it very clear that AI-generated video and images are not party-specific, and they are meant to reinforce people's point of view. So this is a fake image. And if you're looking at the image up front, which is your ICE officer and your woman in the red dress, this is what you're supposed to be paying attention to, and this is where most of the action is. However, if you look in the background, specifically the street lights and the street signs, you're going to notice that these are not normal. And this is how we know that this is an AI-generated video. With that in mind, we have to remember that these videos are reinforcing something that we call confirmation bias. That is, they are meant to reinforce things that we already believe. And however you receive them, whether it's through TikTok or Facebook or Instagram or, whatever your social media of choice, they're all going to use this confirmation bias as a way to reinforce your point of view so that you're going to share it and you're going to spread this message. There's a couple problems with this. One, they promote a false narrative. That is, AI-generated slop is not real. It's created by a series of prompts, and they are not presenting an authentic narrative that's based in reality. But the other problem with them is that because they are reinforcing specific points of view, they can halt or slow down discourse to try to solve the real problems that are often featured in these videos. So they're a misinformation tactic that can be very damaging to human discourse and problem solving and unity and all kinds of things that we happen to like in a democratic society. So what can you do about this? Well, the first thing is don't share these things. That's the number one thing you can do in order to prevent this, is to simply not share them. However, everyone knows that one person who shares everything. So the number two thing that you do is, well, you don't share their posts. But if you have a good enough relationship with them, get a hold of them privately. Don't do it on their feeds. And explain to them, like, this is false and not to share these things. The third thing you can do, take a look at videos like this and other misinformation debunking pages and feeds and videos, and get yourself educated on what misinformation looks like. Misinformation has changed drastically in the 10 years that I've been looking at it. But in the meantime, be as informed as you can, and we'll be right here to support you. We'll see you next time on The Public Librarian. Bye.